This episode of FineScale Modeler's new product rundown features Dragon's M6A1 heavy tank, Revell's F4U-1A Corsair, Bronco's Panzer 35T, Kinetic's Nimitz Deck section, and Dragon's 1/9 scale Ironman kits. Hi, and welcome to another edition of FineScale Modeler's new product rundown. I'm Tim Kidwell.
I'm Aaron Skinner. We're starting today with another kit from Dragon's Black Label line, the M6A1 heavy tank in 1/35 scale.
Now, you'll be forgiven if you don't know what this tank is. In 1940, the U.S. Army set about trying to find a design for a new heavy tank.
The result of that search was the M6, a 57-ton vehicle armed with a 76.2 millimeter main gun with a 37 millimeter coaxial gun in the turret.
That's a lot of numbers.
It is.
The design was rejected in favor of building more medium tanks, the Sherman.
The Sherman.
And the 40 of these tanks that were built spent the majority of World War II doing war bond drives.
Molded in Dragon's typical gray plastic, the hull, turret, and fender parts show good surface detail. Each of the tank's 16 bogies consist of 7 parts. That's a lot of road wheels. The idlers and drive sprockets also look good.
Hatches for the driver, gunner, and turret are separate, but there's not much in the way of interior detail except for the gun breeches.
The tracks are DS styrene with 2 lengths making up each run. According to FSM author Cookie Sewell, the tracks are a few scale inches too wide.
They are nicely molded, however. Decals provide markings for a single M6A1 at Fort Knox in 1942.
Despite the track issue, it's great to see a mainstream manufacturer kitting a lesser-known American vehicle.
A great counter to all the paper Panzers available.
Next, we have a pleasant surprise from Revell, Germany, a 1/72nd scale F4U-1A Corsair.
A mainstay of U.S. Marine Corps squadrons beginning in February of 1943, the bent wing fighter really doesn't need much introduction.
And it's been the subject of numerous kits over the years, so do we really need another one?
Based on the contents of the box, Revell's kit should be welcomed by Corsair enthusiasts.
The white plastic parts reveal extremely fine panel lines, on par with Hasegawa or Zvezda.
The cockpit includes seat, foot troughs, there's no floor in a Corsair, controls, bulkheads, and instrument panels.
There's detail molded inside the fuselage and wheel wells.
The rudder is separate, but other control surfaces, including the flaps, are molded in place.
Both rows of cylinders are there for the engine, and optional parts provide open or closed cowl flaps.
The leading edge intakes and guns are separate, eliminating difficult sanding around protrusions.
The canopy can be posed open or closed. The only stores are fuel tanks.
Decals provide markings for 2 mid-war Corsairs, Pappy Boyington's fighter from VMF 214 in December 1943,
and a Navy plane with VF-17 at Bougainville in February 1944.
This is a terrific looking kit of one of the most famous warplanes of World War II. Next up, we return to pre-war tank technology with Bronco's 1/35 scale Panzerkampfwagen 35T.
Designed by Czechoslovak company Skoda in the mid-1930s, the 10.5-ton LT VZ-35 carried a 37 millimeter gun in the turret.
A few hundred of them were produced before Germany's conquest of Czechoslovakia in 1939, after which the tanks were impressed into Wehrmacht service.
There they saw combat in Poland, France, and Russia during the early years of World War II.
Long overlooked by manufacturers, this is the second Panzer 35T kit we've seen in the last 2 years.
Yeah, Academy released one in mid-2013. Bronco takes things a step further with a full interior.
The quality of the molding in the tan plastic is first rate. The rivets and panel edges are clean and crisp.
Inside, there's detail on the walls and floor, including a driver's seat and controls, ammunition racks, radios, first aid kit, and fire extinguisher.
The engine isn't included, but the firewall at the rear of the fighting compartment features details like belts and cylinder heads.
The complex bogies, 4 of them, are comprised of 36 parts each. The rest of the running gear is just as detailed.
Clicked together individual link tracks wrap around the suspension.
The turret interior includes more ammunition racks and gun breeches.
An extensive photo-etched metal fret provides internal rivet joins, jerry can seams, tool clasps, and a host of smaller details.
Clear parts are provided for the periscopes.
Bronco usually includes cool marking options, and this kit is no exception. There are 6 tanks featured. 4
are German, wearing overall gray camouflage. The other 2 are Czech Army vehicles in a 3-color camouflage that looks really neat.
Not for beginners, Bronco's model will build into a detailed model of an important tank. This next kit is a really neat set for modelers who are interested in modern naval subjects. It's Kinetic's 1/48 scale Nimitz Deck.
There's a lot in this box, but the core are the 10 large black plastic sections that comprise the deck itself.
The parts include molded tie-downs and hatches. The latter can be posed open or closed.
The set is designed to be displayed with the deflector plate raised. There's plenty of detail in the recess behind the plate.
The kit's photo-etched metal fret includes the end of the catapult's run.
Decals provide all the deck markings, but that's not all that's in the kit.
You also get 3 vehicles. There's a tow tractor that can be built as a long or short type,
and an AS32P-25 carrier deck fire engine, and an NC02 mobile electric power plant.
But wait, there's more.
Yep, the box includes Kinetic's 1/48 scale T45 Goshawk.
But that shouldn't limit your display choices. The base is big enough to hold most modern Navy subjects, including F-18s and Tomcats.
Yeah, there's lots of superb options out there. Finally, we have a couple of kits that Tim is pretty excited about.
From Dragon, we have a pair of 1/9 scale kits from Iron Man 3. First off is the Mark XXII Hot Rod Armored Suit, and this one is the Mark 42 Battle Damage Suit.
These are relatively simple kits with great dynamic poses and are a really nice addition to the available kits of Marvel characters.
Each kit includes nicely molded armor, with most sections broken into multiple parts that fit around armatures.
The Mark XXII has slide molded legs, arms, and helmet.
Soft vinyl is used for the armored hands and the inside of the head.
Because this is the hot rod version, the painting will involve fading the blue upper body into the red on the legs and arms.
But decals provide the flames on Shellhead's ankles.
There's a simple black plastic base that holds the figure in an airborne pose.
The Mark 42 has similar suit parts, including some nicely done battle damage.
This one includes clear parts for the suit's arc reactor, helmet, and hand.
The helmet is optional. A soft vinyl head with a very good likeness of Robert Downey Jr. is also provided.
The same vinyl is used for the exposed hands and shoulder.
There's a stand that is clearly related to Dragon's pre-built version of the figure with space for batteries.
So what do you think, Tim?
Curse you, Dragon! Now I've got something else I've got to build.
Look for a detailed review of the Corsair in an upcoming issue of FineScale Modeler magazine.
And you can see these and other new products in the October issue of FineScale Modeler on sale now.
Thanks for visiting FineScale.com. I'm Aaron Skinner.
And I'm Tim Kidwell.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
This next set is an interesting kit.